Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. That's right, the time you've been looking forward to. Yes, it's the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you enjoy that part. You can tell he waits for that part more than anything. He likes that better than talking about Trump.
It's the new. You know, we mentioned some of that, you guys. We mentioned already in the morning coffee monologue. We already talked a little bit about the debate last night and the fact that once again we're encouraging you as you go throughout the day. I've already told you, people you love, and especially people you do not love, are going to piss you off with their opinions about the debate. No matter what position you have, I can tell you. There are people you love and people you don't love who today are going to piss you off. So just don't go there. Take a deep breath. Feel the inner calm. Feel it. Feel a deep breath and then hold it in and move forward. Now, today's topic, though, you guys, is black folks in America and legal pot. And the topic is blacks and legal pot, locked out again, as it turns out. I don't even go looking for this stuff, you know. Big, I'm just out there like, you know, crawling around reading stuff, getting news. And you get reports that come out.
Right. For
example, my Alexa does a whole news thing for me, like, Alexa, news. Sometimes she doesn't. Alexa, news.
Here's your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News
okay,
in
stop.
Washington,
Alexa,
I'm saying.
Stop. Anyway, you get the point. Alexa reads me the news. And so I get different news stuff, right? And it came up, a bunch of the stuff, mainly, okay, let me tell you what kind of started it, Vic. Because I think the important thing is when you do it as a topic, you tend to respond with your own biases, and I need to paint a picture.
Right.
Imagine a corner on an inner city community, right? A corner that's known for dope.
Absolutely.
It's a corner that people sell weed. They sell all kind of stuff in this corner. And say it goes on selling weed and stuff on that corner, goes on for 20, 30 years. Okay? Mm-hmm. A lot of folks get busted on that corner. Some for hard drugs, but a bunch for small amounts of marijuana.
Yeah.
Because of being targeted by the police. Now imagine this. You can imagine how the police are today. So now you have a corner that's targeted by police. So that many small-time offenders getting hit hard for drug sales, marijuana sales. Mm-hmm. So imagine that same corner today with a new marijuana dispensary that's owned by white folks. The community people are going like, we don't mind that they have a dispensary. The issue is that we got people in jail. Right now, for petty offenses where they were unfairly singled out, persecuted, prosecuted by an unfair and unjust system. They're still in jail, and you out here making $1 million. So there seems to be an injustice. Okay, and so not so much of the injustice that we object to the people who are bringing the new thing. Is just the historical perspective and how the other stuff was so unfair.
Right.
The persecution by the police, the unjust prosecution and treatment, selection, all of that.
Right.
Now, so that's where the articles came out about minorities who were punished most by the war on drugs are now underrepresented in legal pot. This is estimated by some folks. And again, it's hard to get real estimates because it's not really monitored. That's how they usually get around these things in the beginning. You don't look.
True.
So, but based on other things, people are able to make estimates of that. A whopping 1% of America's medical marijuana dispensaries Now, what's interesting, Vic, is that in Oakland, because of their recognition of the history, this is where it gets important.
Right.
Because of their recognition of the history of individuals of that particular community being selectively singled out for persecution by the police,
Right.
persecution by the legal authorities, specifically because of that, the city of Oakland has decided to make sure that their marijuana permits will eventually help people who have defined Oakland. Let me give you an example. I can't where it is. If I was looking for the specific, they have here. Well, I can't find it. Oh, here's one of the things that I found. So blacks were 4 times as likely to be persecuted. But the point being this, what I wanted to show you was what they actually were requiring in the city of Oakland. I'm sorry for that, you guys. But Oakland has had specific requirements. In other words, if you've lived for, here it is, Oakland residents who have lived for at least 2 years in a designated police beat in East Oakland that had a high number of marijuana arrests in 2013, or individuals who were incarcerated in Oakland for marijuana-related crimes within the last decade. They're calling these people equity applicants.
Wow.
So that if you have one of those, look at the criteria again. If you lived in for at least 2 years in one of those areas that had a high number of marijuana arrests, that's because there was so much persecution. Or if you were even incarcerated for a marijuana arrest, that actually qualifies you.
Oh, really?
That actually qualifies you, gives you preference.
Okay,
it's called an applicant.
Yeah.
In other words, the idea is to make amends for all the years that they were selectively singled out. It's considered a type, it's considered a type of reparations.
That's what I was about to say.
Being enacted by the Oakland City Council.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted you to be aware of that.
I like that, man.
As part of all this, I just wanted you to be aware of 2 things. One, there's an organization called the Minority Cannabis Business Association. The Minority Cannabis Business Association, whose mission is carried out by the diverse managing board, whose expertise provides value to our membership. Strategic collaborations with fellow leaders, directly and indirectly related to the cannabis industry. Take a look at this page, who we are, their vision, why this agenda, and they talk about the U.S. war on drugs to build a better cannabis community. Take a look now. This is great. This is great stuff here. Okay, I want you to be aware. So go to these sites. Again, this is the Minority Cannabis Business Association. Okay, Vic?
Got it, man.
Now, also, I wanted you to be aware of one other thing, which was the publication developed by the ACLU. I think it's about 187 pages. It's called The War on Marijuana in Black and White. Okay? All right? It's called The War on Marijuana in Black and White. And this is a publication by the ACLU, of which I've been a card-carrying member probably for 30-some years.
Right.
The ACLU, whose only job is to defend the Constitution. Like I like my buddy Alan Tax always says. So their only job is to defend the Constitution. Anyway, this paper is all about the war on marijuana in black and white and how blacks were singled out and persecuted. So it has reports on arrest by race.
Right.
Pure data.
Yeah, actual data.
Data for people who want data and studies.
Absolutely. It's the best source. I mean,
as related to marijuana arrests.
Right. And it's clear it exists. It's what's behind the report and the activism. It's similar to what you just said about what they're doing up in Oakland. You know, what do you do with the data? And then you activate it. And you do it in a way where that way it's, can they handle the truth, and what do you do in your form of giving back or of course reparations. So to me, I think information is always the key, and it's empowering. So to me, I like the idea that you brought these things to light, and I would say consistently and continue to remind us, not just one time, even if you got to do it next week and the week after and the week after, because it's never enough.
Developing news, you guys. Blacks in legal pot locked out again. Interesting development. We gave you 2 great resources, the Minority Cannabis Business Association and the publication by the ACLU, The War on Marijuana in Black and White. So that's our topic for this week, everybody. Where's my visual aid?
Where's your visual aids? What'd you say, man?
My marital aids. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. All these updates, you guys. We updated stuff. That's why I'm messing up. Good news, bad news, and other shit. You decide what it was.